My name is Olivia Eck, and I'm studying marketing here at the U of M. And this is my second year around the Newman Center. I grew up non-denominational Christian, but I went to a Catholic school from pre-K through 12th grade. So I was at Providence Academy for 14 years, which was just such a blessing. It really formed me intellectually in my faith, and that allowed me to just form such a positive association with the Catholic faith, even though I wasn't Catholic. And so when I got to college, I definitely wanted to find some sort of Christian community, to find people with like-minded values and just like-minded people. And so I explored a couple different places, some non-denominational Christian groups, and then I also did come here at the Newman Center. A friend from Providence actually had invited me to come with her. The very first Unite I went to at the beginning of the school year, I showed up by myself and I knew literally no one. I just remember feeling, oh my gosh, I feel so at home here. I feel so supported here, and I know absolutely no one, but I feel seen and known somehow without knowing a single person. By the end of freshman year, I knew I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the Newman Center in the fall. And at that point, I was not considering becoming Catholic whatsoever. I was just gonna come to meet some great people and grow closer in my relationship with God. By the middle of the summer, between my freshman and sophomore year of college, I was just going through a really tough time. And so that gave me a lot of opportunities to surrender to the Lord, and just lots of journaling and lots of processing. And it was actually a friend of mine that recommended that I maybe try going to adoration and journaling there. And so I thought, okay, if I'm gonna be journaling anyway, why don't I go to a beautiful church and do it there? And so within a couple times of going to adoration, I just had this curiosity in the back of my mind, like, have you ever considered becoming Catholic? And looking back at that now, I know that was definitely the Holy Spirit, because I never would have considered that myself. And so honestly, I think if anyone was to ask me, like, why are you Catholic? I would say it's because of adoration. I just absolutely found the Lord there, and it's been beautiful. And it was after a time in adoration before the start of the school year that I got into my car and looked on the Newman Center website to find adoration times. All I found was a tab on the website that said becoming Catholic. And so I clicked on it because I was like, why not? And so I put it on my calendar, and then of course, because it was on my calendar, I went, because that's just how I am. And I kept going and kept going. And it was really beautiful the way that the Lord called me to just a great peace in the idea that I just was going to become Catholic. I just somehow knew. It was very weird. Unlike any other knowing sense I've ever had. And it was definitely hard. It's kind of scary making that big of a decision by yourself. Like, I was just a 20-year-old making like the biggest decision of my whole life. And it's just cool because it's like, I knew it was the right decision, but you also never know until you actually do it. And that's why it's called a leap of faith. And so I just kind of had to just step off the ledge and just trust that, God's gonna be there to catch me and gonna be there to lead me. The Vigil Mass here at St. Lawrence was just beautiful. So many graces were poured out, and I just think the coolest thing is, like, we have the Holy Spirit inside of us, and that is one thing I cannot get over since Easter, of like, if you're baptized, like, you literally have the Holy Spirit inside of you, and that is the coolest thing ever. And like, obviously I'm still the same person that I was before Easter, like the essence of who I am hasn't changed, but I do feel changed, and I feel it. Anyone would ask me after the Vigil Mass, like, how do you feel? And I would just say, I feel full. Like, I just feel full. There's no better word to describe it. And it's just incredible. Since then, I'm still the same Olivia I was before Easter. It's not like the essence of who I am changed, but I am definitely changed. I feel so much more free and so much more myself and so much more alive than I was. And I definitely feel a difference. And I think becoming Catholic has allowed me to be so much closer with the Lord than I ever could have been before. And that's incredible.